Team Europe reclaimed the Ryder Cup in spectacular fashion today, causing wild celebrations to break out across the golf course. Italian Francesco Molinari took the glory as he beat Phil Mickelson on the 16th hole after the American shanked the ball into the water and conceded the game with a handshake. An enormous cheers broke out from 60,000 fans as British heroes including Rory McIlroy and Tommy Fleetwood were lifted into their air by spectators, and the players' wives and girlfriends embraced them on the fairway. Spanish stalwart Sergio Garcia was unable to hold back the tears as he toasted the win with a kiss, embracing his wife Angela in the middle of the green as Molinari was mobbed by fans. With several matches on the verge of finishing in Europe's favor, it was just a case of who would secure the winning point after Ian Poulter took his side to the brink of victory by beating world number 1 Dustin Johnson. And fittingly, it was Molinari who had the honor of officially securing the win, beating Phil Mickelson 4-2 when the American dumped his tee shot into the water on the 16th to suffer a record 22nd defeat in the contest. Molinari becomes the first European player to compile a perfect 5-0 record in the contest, with American Larry Nelson the only other to do so in 1979. Justin Thomas, Webb Simpson and Tony Finau gave Jim Furyk's USA team a glimmer of hope with early wins, but then the European points started pouring in. The Americans were largely gracious in defeat. Phil Mickelson sportingly removed his cap and offered his hand to Molinari. Tiger Woods congratulated Spanish rookie John Bam, who beat him on the 17th, and Ricky Fowler shared a lengthy embrace with Sergio Garcia, who was moved to tears by his victory. The only exception was Patrick Reed, who was criticized by pundits for putting his finger to his lips to tell European fans to be quiet after beating Tyrrell Hatton with 2 holes remaining after the tournament was already lost. Molinari, who became the first Italian to win a major championship in July's Open at Carnoustie, said, "It means so much, more than majors, more than anything. It's hard not to get emotional." Bjorn added, "They have been amazing, the 12 of them, unbelievable. They were determined to set out and do the job themselves, and for me it was an easy job to guide them in that direction." Experience, when you come in with the right attitude, produces special things. It was getting tight a little bit, but I had belief and faith in this team that they were going to deliver, and they delivered more than they should have. Only twice before had a team come from 4 down going into the singles to win, the US doing so at Brookline in 1999 and Europe in 2012 in the Miracle of Medina. But another stunning comeback never really looked on the cards. Justin Thomas, Webb Simpson and Tony Finau gave Jim Furyk's team a glimmer of hope with early wins, but then the European points started pouring in from all over the course. It became famous in Europe after Iceland football fans used it to support their team in the 2016 European Championships. The origin of the chant is thought to come from fans of Scottish team Motherwell, who clap their hands above their heads during their club song "Since I Was Young." It was then adopted by fans of Icelandic team Stjarnan after their team played Motherwell in a European qualifying match in 2014, and later adapted for the Icelandic national team. The chant appeared at the Ryder Cup, with several European players using it to stoke up the crowd before teeing off. Molinari becomes the first European player to compile a perfect 5-0 record in the contest, with American Larry Nelson the only other to do so in 1979. The tournament sees a total of 28 matches played over the course of 3 days in France, with each match worth 1 point. The USA currently holds 26 victories since 1927, while Europe have won a total of 10, with the 1989 contest at the Belfry finishing as a tie.